Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at how to quickly back up your PDM system. The first step is to create a backup of the PDM database. This can typically be done through the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio application. Then we will take a look at where you can find and create a backup of the PDM archives, and then finally a backup of the archive server settings. So the first thing is creating a backup of the PDM database. This can be found by starting up what's known as Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. The first thing you'll notice here is a login screen, so you'll need to log into your SQL Server instance, either as the SQL SA or System Administrator user, or if you've been provided with a Windows authentication option, a Windows Administrator on the server. Once we are logged in, we will be presented here with a list of databases, and it's very simple to just simply pick one and then back them up. By right-clicking, going on to Tasks and creating Backup. In the Backup dialog box window, make sure the database is correct. The backup type should always be set to full and never differential or just creating a transaction log. We want to back up the database component here, and then finally we choose where we want to back up to. If you've already backed up this database before, this path will already be filled out. Once that's done, we simply click OK, and the backup of the database is complete. So that's the first step. The next step is backing up the PDM archives themselves. First of all, they can be found by going into the Archive Server Configuration tool. If we go to Start and All Programs, underneath SolidWorks PDM, on the server where your archive server is, you'll find a tool here called Archive Server Configuration. By going onto here, expanding this computer and archive, you will see the vaults listed there. And by right-clicking on one and going on to Properties, you can see where the path is of the archives to be backed up. So you can either manually create backups of the folders underneath this path, or you can direct your backup software program to include this path and any subfolders in your backup regime, whether it be daily